Hello everybody, Ian Robson. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Ian, Canada Day special. Great coffee. It is Canada Day here for us here in the Great White North. July 1st is the day when we celebrate our country. And apparently the tractor in the background is there. One moment here. I am just hovering on the server, which is why you can hear the tractor there. Hopefully you couldn't hear it too much, but it is there. So it is Canada Day for us here in Canada. So it's Canada 150, celebrating 150 years of Canada. Go Canada. Do I have something on my face here? No, it just looks that way. I was out in the sun yesterday. I went fishing, and it was raining all day, except for like the last hour. And apparently I got sun in the last hour. It was funny. I caught quite a few fish actually. I got a muskie, which is awesome, a pike, and I also got some smallmouth, which is pretty good. So I've never caught a muskie before, so that was the first time I've ever caught a muskie, so I was pretty pumped about that. Beautiful looking fish too. It was a juvenile muskie, and it was a kind of a fun little catch. I was actually fishing for smallmouth, not for muskie or pike for that matter, but I caught one of each, so it's kind of neat because where I was fishing I don't normally catch them. So anyways, so the funny thing is, this morning on Discord, if you're part of that Discord chat, you probably noticed that I posted a whole bunch of random YouTube videos about Canadian songs or Canadian related songs, and one of my favorites, I'll put in the link in the top, would be right hand corner. I'll put a link to the video of Chris Hadfield and his brother doing a song, which is a really good song actually. So if you like music, definitely worth listening to. It's about talking about Canada and all the different stuff that happens in Canada. There's a few different songs actually that are pretty good little songs there. One of my favorite Canadian songs is a shanty actually. That's what's called at least, and it is by, oh goodness, I can't remember his name now. I can't remember the name now. It's a Nova Scotia song. What is his name? I don't know. Anyways, a song that you often hear at a pub late at night. Anyways, I'll have to put, if I find, I'll put a link in the top right-hand corner. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a rainy day for Canada Day today. It's kind of overcast and raining, unfortunately. So, because of that, I don't know what we'll be doing. So we'll see what happens in this scenario. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what we get up to, but we're gonna have some good food today, which is gonna be awesome. My wife, when she puts her mind to making good food, she can make fantastic food. So I'm really pumped about that. So we will definitely be able to enjoy it. So right now she's making a quiche, which is always good. And then for lunch, I think we're gonna go out for lunch somewhere, go to a pub or something like that. And then for dinner, we are having meatballs, potato salad, like homemade meatballs, homemade potato salad from potatoes from her parents' farm, and then we're also having something else. I don't know what else is. We were gonna have ribs, but in the end we didn't. So it's gonna be a good day actually. I'm pretty pumped. We always take it easy on Canada Day. So like downtown Ottawa, for example, is a pretty busy area on Canada Day, especially with it being the 150th anniversary of Canada. I suspect, however, that there may be a fewer people there today. There may be fewer people today, given the fact of the weather is so terrible right now. So it's just raining. I went out fishing yesterday. I didn't care because I had my rain gear on. I was all good to go for Canada Day. So it was not a big problem for me, but for some other people, I imagine it would have been a bit of an interesting scenario. So anyhow, yeah, so what's been going on? I've been messing around with the Seasons mod lately. I've been playing a lot. I mean a lot of Counter Line actually, off camera. I don't realize how much it's been, but it's been quite a bit actually. So I've been playing... I don't know how many hours I have in that map already, but I'm really enjoying it. So, and the Seasons mod kind of adds an extra level to it, which I've really been enjoying as well. So it's kind of been a good combination of things, really. So I like how the fact that you can do like first cut and second cut, and then you can do, you can plant in the fall, and then have it ready in the summer, stuff like that. A whole bunch of little things that kind of add to the game a little bit. I still don't like what the Seasons mod guy did at the start when it was in development, but I kind of understand the reasons why they did that. But and it was just because they didn't want people to like try this mod out and say it's terrible, even though it wasn't finished, and didn't realize that. So it's just one of those things that you have to kind of like be aware of, I guess. So it's kind of it's one of those things. I don't know. I understand it, but on the same hand, I'm like, it's not very cool when you say stuff like that. But yeah. Anyways, c'est la vie. So yeah. So Canada Day. What is Canada Day about? Canada's like Independence Day for us. Is basically how it would work. If you're an American, that's what it would be basically. So it's a celebration of the country. Because let's see if I can remember my history well. Confederation was. They signed Confederation 1867, which is why we have the celebration today, basically. So it's gonna be pretty big. Actually, it's pretty crazy what they're gonna do. They have like a whole bunch of concerts going on. They have this whole year actually has been like a whole celebration of Canada. So they have something happen later on in July called La Machine, where they're gonna have these marionettes or like robots going through downtown. They have La Mosaique at Jacques Cartier Park, which is going to be interesting. They have a whole bunch of bands. We've got Ottawa Jazz Festival. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on basically. So it depends on how crazy you want to get and how much you want to do really. So it's been kind of crazy. But anyways, going back to Seasons mod, I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. Going back to Seasons mod, one of the interesting things that I discovered was the fact that Seasons mod and the winter are kind of funny because you have snow. And I realized that feeding cattle during the snow is kind of bizarre because it seems as if you cannot feed the cattle very easily when there's snow there. And I don't understand why. That's what I'm not sure about. It doesn't quite make sense to me why you can't just feed them even though there's snow right there. But it seems like you have to remove the snow first in order to feed them. So I don't know how you can do that when the snow is inside the trough. So I'm a little bit like, how does that work? So I don't know. It's bizarre. I have to double check the numbers and see what's going on there, but that's one of the stranger things I've encountered so far. Also, I discovered that the Pottinger Universal works well as a snowblower. I think it was Baldy 53 who suggested that, and it totally works well. Thanks very much, buddy. Anyways, but it's it's been kind of funny actually. One of the things I have been curious about is about the winter wheat stuff. So if you can do that, and how does it work? That's the one thing I've been kind of curious about. I know you can plant it in the fall, but it's not ready until late summer. So in real life, what you could do is you could plant like winter wheat, harvest it early, and then plant something after, depending on the season. But I don't think in the Seasons mod you're going to be able to do that. Because when it's ready too late in the season. So in reality, I don't know. You could plant something after it. The ground would be ready, but I don't know if it would be able to be harvested in the fall. I don't know. I'm gonna try it out on my single player for sure to see what happens. Actually, we have some on the server right now that is that is set up that way. So yeah, kind of interesting. I don't know. If you live in Canada and you're celebrating Canada Day, what are you doing for Canada Day? Leave a comment below. Coffee is so good. Anyways, I apparently have nothing else to say today. So that's it for me for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Canada Day. As you can see, I have my Canada flag, which is over there. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see. There we go. The Canada flag. I've been meaning to do that for a long time, and not just because it's Canada Day. I've been meaning to do that for ages now. So, because people often ask me, "Are you Canadian or American?" So this should give it away at least that I am Canadian, or at least get people to question. I know Landykid I think has a Canada flag as well, but his significant other is in Canada, and he visits her, not them, her, often. So one of these days I'll have to meet up with Landykid when he's in Canada, and go for a coffee or something like that. So anyhow, that's it for me that's it for me for today, folks. My mind is thinking faster than my words can speak, apparently. I hope you have a fantastic Canada Day, and yeah, happy Canada Day.